Okay. Do y'all have masks?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go right through the light.
Okay.
So she's confirming the reservation and making sure we have masks.
Oh man, they got social distancing on cars.
Yeah, it's very empty. I don't see anybody. Just the workers. So through the entryway you guys saw where the blue tent was, that was where they had a check your temperature. They don't actually hold a thermometer up to your head, you just walk through an area and then it shows your body temperature, I guess. So I didn't ask, but that's what it looks like when you enter. Right now we're trying to find lunch, so let's see how this goes. Looks pretty socially distant, if I'd say. There's the new Aquaman. No Hall of Justice. Aquaman's not ready. There's a lot of shops closed. I don't know if they're making money or losing money. Pandemonium is not open. Runaway Mountain and Pandemonium are not open. Aquaman's not ready, and what was the last one? The Hall of Justice is closed. So the bathrooms are actually a lot cleaner than they normally are, right?
Yeah.
And they actually smell a lot better, and they look a lot cleaner, and it sucks that it took a pandemic for them to actually do that. They should have been like that from the beginning, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would.
But, you know, now it is like that, so props up to them for actually cleaning the bathrooms. First ride in. And all the lines they have is 6 feet apart.
Yep.
Look, he's got an Avengers mask. Hulk, Iron Man, Captain Marvel. That's all I see on that. Oh, the raccoon.
Yeah.
The rabbit. As Thor would say, right? The rabbit. Okay, just rolled the Riddler. About 20-minute wait. The mask didn't bother us on the ride. It's just really hot out here. So in between the rides and when you're walking around, it gets pretty hot in the mask, right? Where are we going to next?
Mr. Freeze.
So Mr. Freeze seems to be a walk-on. No way. We'll see. Oh yeah, it is a walk-on. There's nobody in here. So every other one is roped off where you can't get on it.
We just got off Mr. Freeze.
I don't know how many more times I can ride that ride though, man. It takes a lot out of me to ride that thing. All right, what next? I don't know. We'll ride another ride here in a second. I don't know which one it will be. Whatever one we find.
Superman is closed.
Superman is not open today. Look at the size of that turtle. So the go-karts and the Shockwave are both open. The Shockwave is the double loop roller coaster you see from the freeway. It's probably the most iconic from the park. It's the one closest to the Interstate 30, and everybody notices it off the rip because of its double loops. Shockwave is always a walk-on, regardless if there's a pandemic or not. So Shockwave is going to be a walk-on. There was actually a little line for the go-karts. It's probably about a 10-minute wait, 5-10 minute wait. We just got off the Shockwave where we were the only ones on the ride, period. So Lauren and Raven are currently riding the go-karts. Let's catch them go by right quick. Okay, as far as the park goes, it is not crowded at all. I don't feel any kind of threat. You have to reserve to come here. We've had a reservation set up for today. I don't know, do you feel unsafe?
Oh, no. Don't pick a perfect day to come. Pick one of those days when you think people will have something else to do. So that way you'll have like more time to ride instead of waiting in lines.
That's a good point too. It is a Monday, but it's summertime and it's hot. So those may play factors. I don't know how Hurricane Harbor is doing. They're both owned by Six Flags Corp. So These masks do get a little hot. I do from time to time do this to get a breather and put it back up. So drink a lot of water when you're out here. Don't get all them sodas and stuff. Drink a lot of water.
We're about to go on the Texas Giant.
Okay, we're about to go on the Texas Giant. The new Texas Giant. We're gonna do a guessing game. How long is the wait? Is it no wait, less than 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes, or 10 minutes?
Less than 5 minutes.
I'm gonna say no wait. He says less than 5 minutes, no wait. We're gonna find out here in a second. All right, so we rode the Giant twice. Now we're gonna go ride the Titan. The Giant wait times were both under 5 minutes, both times.
I was right.
He was right. Common theme here is no lines, which is pretty cool. You can come here and ride everything within a few hours. You don't have to spend all day in line. But they got stuck. I may not get to ride this one right now. Maybe it just broke down. So he has to go up there and I guess unlock them or let them know that everything is going to be cool. Rebooting the system. It should come back online. There it goes. They got stuck again. But at the top of the hill where we can't see them. About 3/4 of the way to the top. So we decided to ditch the Titan because they're stuck up there twice in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes. So we're gonna go ride some other rides. We'll ride the Titan next time we come back. We're gonna ride the Riddler again, and we're gonna get ready to call it a day. I might throw you guys back on the back at the house and talk about some other things. All right, we're back at the casa in the backyard now, and man, it is super hot down here. It always gets hot, and it's not necessarily the heat, it's the humidity that kills it. Air temperature was like 93, but with the heat index, what it actually feels like with the humidity factored in was 110. Don't let the air temperature fool you. Look at the heat index values when you go to Six Flags. So I had these 3 masks. Yeah, this was your best bet because you can breathe in it a little bit better and you can move it around, and you know, you can cover your whole face or cover half your face, your ears, all that. You can do a lot with it. These 2, I didn't even wear this one. I wore this one for a couple minutes and took it right off. You get to sweating because you sweat real quick. Humidity sucks, and these masks, they don't fare well outside. And there was a lot of times when we were out there, I felt like my kids were struggling, I was struggling. The masks do suck right now. It is a thing that it's rough. But with that being said, the masks are a requirement, so it is what it is. You're gonna have to wear a mask regardless of how you may feel about it. And that just going to any business anywhere inside of the DFW, inside of the state of Texas now, I do believe pretty much the whole state of Texas. Everything's changing so quickly with this thing. It's hard to give updates about situations when they change pretty much daily. And that's just the world we're living in right now with a pandemic, which is really weird. I encourage you to wear one of these. Probably your best bet. You can find them online. This is from the SA company. It's got a little emblem right there, these guys. And they make several different kinds, whatever you're wanting designs wise. Just hop on their website, check it out. They're not paying me to say that. It's just something I bought, and they work fine. When you pull up to the park, you got to have a reservation confirmation. You guys saw that at the beginning of the video. The temperature check station was just kind of interesting. So they don't actually, I mentioned this earlier in the video, they don't actually hold a thermometer up to your head. You actually walk through this area. It's kind of weird looking. It looks like something off of I Am Legend. It feels like a movie when you're walking through that. It really does. They're reading the body temperatures through the monitor. It's pretty cool technology. You know, I see that being a thing everywhere. So cruises, airports for sure. I'm pretty sure airports already do that. We'll find out here pretty soon. We're going somewhere. Surprise video coming out for that too. And one big note was the park was very empty. We didn't have any issues with social distancing because it was very empty and nobody was there, and it felt like a ghost town. We were walking on all the rides that we rode. The Riddler was the longest wait, which was kind of expected because it gives you the most unique experience. 15 minutes for that one. Everything else was a walk-on, if not a 1 minute wait, which was dope. So we were able to ride everything within a couple hours. They do spray those rides off every so often. We caught them doing it on the Riddler. I guess every couple hours, every hour, they go around and they spray the entire ride off. All the rows were on the rides were separated. You were separated from another party. So like it was me and my son riding these rides on the roller coaster. It was an empty row and then another set of people behind that empty row. On the Riddler itself, they would count you off. There's 40 seats total. You sit down and then the next party, you would skip a seat and the next party would sit down. So it was like every other seat was empty from your party. So if you had a party of 4, you would take the first 4 seats, then they would skip seat 5 and go into 6 and 7 and 8 for however many are next. If it was a solo rider or, you know, 3 or 4 people in a party or 2 like me and my son. So there was an empty seat next to each party. As far as eating goes, we didn't have any issues with the food. There are some places that aren't even open, and you'll find that out as you go. I'm sure that's changing constantly as well. The best way to get your food is if you are a season pass holder to order it through your phone and go to the mobile pickup station at that place if they offer it. That would be the best route to go. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to wait in line. For everybody else that may not have the app and may not be able to have that function through the app because you're not a season pass, you're just gonna have to go through the standard line, to my knowledge. Now do your own research. You might be able to do something like that if you just bought a single day ticket. As far as would I go again, I think I would because nobody's there. Now I have to deal with the mask. It is very hard to breathe with those masks. It is what it is. It's hot. It's even hotter with the mask. If you're thinking about going, be ready. And if you're not if you're not accumulated to the heat, or accumulated, I can't say the word. Is it accumulated or accumulated? It's accumulated, right? If you're not accumulated. Look, if not used to the heat, okay, then be ready because with that mask on, you're gonna have some issues. So you wanna kinda be accustomed to the heat without the mask before you go into the heat with the mask. Just a full-on heads up, or pick a day where it's a little bit cooler. Reservation system, you have to have a reservation regardless. So I believe they only book up to 50% capacity. What their capacity is, I have no idea, and I have no idea how they determine that. Another key thing that I noticed was the doors on the bathrooms had the foot little thing you can pull with your foot, and that was cool because that wasn't ever there before. As well as the soap dispensers were all replaced on the bathrooms. Those were all new. So they did revamp the bathrooms, but they should have done that years ago. That stuff should have been on there. Everybody wants to be reactive in certain situations. Oh, here comes the pandemic. Let's change up this. Let's clean our bathrooms. Guys, why aren't we cleaning our bathrooms beforehand? Why are we so reactive as a society? I see it all the time. Those bathrooms were terrible. Especially over there in Gotham City, they were horrible. And at least they smelled like soap. You know, when we went, they actually clean them. They should have been cleaned years ago. I'm not gonna go down that path, but anyways, that's just my one take on this. It's like, why are we so reactive as a society? Thanks guys for watching. I know it was a totally different video from what I normally post, but like I said, I have a platform. I figured I'd share it with you guys, give you guys some info. If you think you're gonna go to Six Flags, or you're not thinking about going to Six Flags, or you don't even care, or whatever, you're just curious to see how it went, that's how it went. There are no lines. It's pretty much a walk-on. I feel like it's gonna be like that for a long time. So if you have plans on going, hey, go ahead and go. Be ready to face the heat and the humidity. If you can catch it watch the humidity levels. If you can catch it on a lower humidity day, that'd be great. But that's the thing, you gotta have the reservation already in advance. Try to go during the week, maybe you can get reservations easier versus the weekend. But either way, we had to get our kids out of the house though, and they haven't been anywhere since spring break, and they didn't even go anywhere on spring break. You guys be safe out there, be careful. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you on the next video later.